All right, just get a nice little progression here in A minor. Okay, we're playing a different type of A minor. And be sure to stick around because there's a little lead that I just wrote out for this as well. And I can go over each of the chords. So we're playing this A minor that looks like this. You know, this is right inside that bar chord where you bar the first three strings with your first finger on the 5th fret. First three strings are being barred. Put your 3rd finger on the 4th string, 7th fret. Picking pattern is the same for 5 out of the 6 chords, but essentially they're all the same. And we start with the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 1st strings. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, so this note, the last note, lasts for the remainder of the measure. We're in 4/4 time, it's 4 beats per measure. Now to an F. Well, how do I make an F in this position? Well, all you have to do is just, you can bar the first 4 strings of the 5th fret this time. Place your 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 6th fret, your 3rd finger on the 4th string, all right, of the 7th fret. It comes out of this. Usually you just play just the 3rd, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, but that's an F right there. Okay, different voicing. So that's how you make that F. Try to make it if you've never made it before and practice it. Now we're going to go to a G, which is an F, open F shape. Same thing. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 1st strings. Now the C. This is an alternate version. This is right inside there. Okay? But I'm just barring the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings on the 5th fret. Okay? 1st finger is on the 1st string, 3rd fret. So it's in this form is right inside here. We're getting tuned here real fast. Okay, not too bad. So we got that C. Same picking pattern. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 1st strings. Now to a regular F, open F. Same picking pattern. Now the only thing that's different here now is when you play the E, 2nd position, you're going to pluck the same pattern, but you're starting on the 2nd string, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 2nd string, back to the A minor. So here's your picking pattern again. And your chords, A minor to a F. Remember that looks like this. To a G, to a C, to an F, to an E. That time, instead of starting on the 1st string, you start on the 2nd string, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2nd, back to the A minor. Now, here are the chords. And that's the picking pattern. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th strings, back to the 1st. Remember, this F was played like I showed you. So it's just the way that a lot of advanced players like to play their chords. Because I could play a C to an F. There we go, that's all. Now, when we're in A minor, you can play this little lead right here. So you could also play the you get a little bit more advanced. Or you can just listen to that. Somebody else could play it, and then you could play. So on the A minor, fourth string, 5th and 7th frets. To the 5th fret on the 3rd string, 7th fret on the 4th, 5th fret on the 3rd again. To this shape, this F shape. Now 8th and 10th frets on the 2nd string. And I'm just going to do one more line here. When we go to the G, one more line before I show you. Okay. That was the G. On the F, 8th and 10th frets, 8th fret on the 1st string, 10th fret on the 2nd string, 8th fret on that 1st string. So 8th and 10th on the 2nd, then 8 on the 1st, 10th on the 2nd, 8 to a G. Up here on the 12th fret, 4th string, 14th fret, then 12th and 14th. Then you slide when you're on the 3rd string to the 16th fret. That's the first line right there. This all goes accordingly to this progression. A minor, F, and of course, I can put that over there at the G, right? And then a C, F, E, right? So, well, this is, A minor, F, G. There's been a lot of songs done that way, with that progression. Just a great progression. So after the A minor, F and G, to the F, to this G, we're going to go to that C. If you're more comfortable playing a C like this or a C this way, be my guest, but it's a different way of playing it. And that time I just slid with my 3rd finger from the 12th fret, 1st string, slide down with my 3rd finger from the 12th to 10th fret, and the 1st finger, 8th to 7th, 12th to 10th with the 3rd finger, 8 to 7 with the 1st, then play the 5. Now the next chord is going to be an open F. And you can just use the same little lead here that you use for here. 2nd string, 8th and 10th frets, etc. I'm going to show you that. And now the E. And you're going to play that. 4th string, 12th and 14th frets, 12th fret on the 3rd string, 14th fret, and the 12th and 14th frets. Back to that A minor. And just play that first measure lead. So as we played the A minor, you can play this, then play the lead. Play this, play that little fill lead, okay? The G, right there. Go on, etc., and then you get to the C and play that. All right? Now the F, I just put an F right there, so you're going to play the exact same thing, that same measure. But that's a different type of F. Instead of playing it that way, playing it this way. Okay? Not that way. Or you could play it that way again if you wanted to. And then we play the E, right? So, and you play this little lead back to the A minor. As you see, I put an A minor right there. Play it like you did in the first measure, which is right there. So, it all lines up, Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Playing this on the 2002 SG. This is a very rare guitar because it's got the crescent moon inlays. I only did that for 1 year. All right, so hope you enjoyed it. Keep playing and have fun.